Hi everyone, I'm actually here today to get into ranking all the John Wick movies. I'm so excited to talk about it. But welcome to my channel here everybody. I'm actually your host, but real reviews. And I'm really excited to get into this one. I'll be ranking all the John Wick films, all four of them, but let me know in the comments below, how would you rank them all? From worst to the best. Like, the best for being awesome and epic, from the worst to be like, eh. But even though I want to talk about it, so my list isn't the same as everybody else's, but I want to talk about it, so let's do this. So I think my fourth place slot for the John Wick films, it took some time to think of which one wasn't the best, but still was a fun movie. So for my fourth place was John Wick Chapter 2. And this movie was a bit of an excitement. Like, it literally put me into the whole segment of John Wick hunting down other criminals, trying to kill a lot of them. Like, even though he's on the contract, tried to be killed, like, the whole thing is all about this whole news involving with John Wick. And it was so cool to see all the bloodbath going on, all the action parts was great. Like, overall, it was fun. And for my third pick, and even though this was a tough call here, like, this was actually a fun one. I remember it first debuted on HBO Max, and I saw it when it first debuted on that day. And it was a fun one. Really did enjoy this one a lot. And for my third spot, it is John Wick Chapter 4. And yes, I did love how they did with this movie. Like, the story was kind of cool to see, like, what's going on, what's the plot, what's going on into this movie. It was cool to see how this movie did end it. A big note, like, what happened to John Wick? Are we going to get a John Wick Chapter 5 next? In the future? Maybe. That could be kind of cool to see where John Wick went. So, John Wick Chapter 4 was a highly fun movie to watch. And for the runner-up for this one, and this was actually a bit of a tough spot for me, because I love these two films. So, for my runner-up for the second spot is John Wick Chapter 3. And this movie was so amazing. A lot of action things going on in the first beginning part of the movie, at the end of how John Wick Chapter 3 ended. It was so cool how it all started from Chapter 2 to lead into Chapter 3. It was such a great action film, a lot of mischief happening. I really highly recommend everyone to see this movie, and I will love to see in the comments below. Was this a fun one to watch? If you do, let me know in the comments. And for the best one out of this whole John Wick films, and I did enjoy this one a lot, the most, John Wick. Baba Yaga. Like, even though the boogeyman came out of retirement to kill a lot of people, and even though this was a great story to introduce John Wick, and all of these films, like, they're great to watch, a fun action movie, really entertaining. Like, if you want to go for like a fun shooting, action-packed film, John Wick is your pick. I definitely will recommend everyone to watch all these films, but overall, with my rating of all of these films, it's like a solid, like, a 9 out of 10 for overall from all the John Wick films. I had a good time watching all of these films. Thank you for coming to Butts Rio Reviews, everybody. Stay tuned for my next big movie franchise. Bye, everyone.